Hey everybody, this is Giuseppe with Forget About It News, and I'm here with my boy Brian.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
We got some funky stuff. We're gonna talk about a couple things. Brian, what's on the agenda?
So we got RFK. Yeah, he's thinking about dropping out and joining the Republicans.
You know how bad Democrats have to be? All his views are Democrat views.
I know.
But he would rather support a Republican than support his own party. That's how extreme things have gotten.
Well, I don't
like.
I don't.
I have no problem with Democrats, man. I have Democrat friends that are really good people. They work. They're not dangerous. They're kind. They're loving. They work hard. They want to have a life. Just they just have little differences in views on little stuff. But this Democrat Party, this extreme party, is far left, and this does not reflect true old school Democrats, because I know some old school Democrats, and they are not for this fuck shit either, bro.
No, bro. First of all, they're not Democrats anymore. There's full blown communism over there. Bro, they're giving away free abortions in the streets. There's riots. It was chaos. Did you see the Republican?
I know.
The RNC? Bro, it was presidential ass.
It looked so ridiculous.
I've
been watching.
Dude, RNC was balling. It was so balling. It was nice and clean. It looked good. Donald Trump was kicking ass. But yeah, the RNC was a shit show. I mean, not the RNC, the DNC.
The DNC
in Chicago was like a damn. It's chaos, man. That's what the party is.
Listen. Super duper chaos.
They're freaking communists, man. Because we're about to talk about more than that. We're about to talk about Kamala, whatever the fuck her name is. I know I'm dropping F-bombs, but I'm a little fired up today because she's talking about this 45% unrealized capital gains.
35.
Dude, yeah, I'm sorry, 35% capital gains tax.
Sure,
yeah, but the unrealized, that means you don't have the money. It's just you may make that money.
Yeah.
So we're taxing you. So you have to give us money for free that you haven't even made. Yeah. If you think that's okay, you are nuts, motherfuckers. You are a
whack job.
Dude, y'all need a head check. And I'll tell you right now,
forget about it. Forget about it.
So I just want to do a quick thing real quick before we run these videos. Right. Okay, let me just say this one thing.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
So just to realize, I've already talked to several people about this. This is exactly how this goes, okay? Say you bought a house. I'm just going to do simple math. You bought a $100,000 house. You have this house and it went up to $300,000. Now you have made $200,000 in equity. Now you can only get that equity if you sold your home. But just because your home went up, that means you're going to be writing a check for 35% of $200,000 and give it to the government. And if you don't have that because your house went up,
take your home away.
You're going to foreclose on your home and you don't have a home.
Yeah.
Listen. Do you know how many people that affects?
Extreme.
That's 30 million homeowners that only have literally only $500 to $1,000 in their back because 61% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That means that everybody that owns some will not have the money to write that check to the IRS, and they will all lose their homes.
Forget about it.
Are y'all fucking
forget about it?
Not thinking right now? You better start thinking.
That's a forget about it right there. Listen,
forget
this right
about
here is the real reason why we started Forget About It.
Yeah, man. We just got to say this shit. We have to really start all coming together and thinking about this.
We want to hear how pissed you guys are in the comments. Like,
what's it going to take? Like, we need to start doing.
Are you going to wait until Venezuela?
Start voting the right way.
Before we end up.
Once you're in Venezuela, you don't get out.
Yeah.
Because America would be the only place to liberate you. You think these other countries are going to come rescue us from anything?
No.
Bro, they're going to watch us burn after they milked us dry.
Oh, yeah.
This is bullshit. Let's roll it.
I am proposing that we change the tax code so for every family that is making less than $100,000 a year, they will receive a tax credit that they can collect up to $500 a month, which will make all the difference between those families being able to get through the end of the month with dignity and with support or not. And on day one, I will repeal that tax bill that benefits the top 1% and the biggest corporations of America. And I actually feel very strongly about this, is that we need to have Medicare for all. Having a system that makes a difference in terms of who receives what based on your income is unconscionable, it is cruel, and in many situations that I have witnessed, inhumane.
That's Kamala Harris' 2019 campaign proposals and her record in the Senate in focus as she hits the campaign trail this week. In the past, the vice president pushed for increased taxes across the board to pay for progressive programs such as Medicare for All. This includes bumping capital gains taxes to 35%, increasing the estate tax. If Harris...
35%. You guys see this? 35% capital gains tax, financial transaction tax, which means if you make a financial investment, let's say you buy some stock and you make the right decisions with your money rather than blow it. You bought some stock and your stock, let's say you put 1,000 in it and it goes up to $5,000. Okay. That $4,000, when you go to transfer that $4,000 to your bank,
gets taxed. That's crazy, bro. They don't want you to make money anymore. That's what it really comes down to. They don't want you to make money no more.
If you have an estate.
Look, increase estate tax. Oh, and by the way, they should put unrealized capital gains in there because I already heard her at the DNC say unrealized capital gains tax, which is really, really bad because that's taxes that's money you don't got.
Yes.
Dude, you only would enact that if you want to deliberately bring it down a country.
No, absolutely.
Those are the three main financial levers that will bring down a whole country, no matter what. Absolutely. Because that means everybody's going to not be able to do that. They'll foreclose on 20 million homes. They'll be homeless everywhere.
Forget about it.
Shoot, 20 million people. People aren't going to have it at that point. By the time there's that many people.
The problem is now is the time for Americans to wake up. Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians, I don't care what you are, Christian, Muslim, I don't care. If you are living here in America and you want to remain free, now is the time to wake up. Let your voice be heard. You see what we're doing? We have jobs. We have businesses. We don't make any money doing this. We lose money doing this.
Yeah, you got to start doing this. Everybody.
We love our country so much that we're willing to risk our own reputations and our own self so that we could spread the word and the facts.
Because you know what? If the other side gets in, I don't care what anybody says. If you're smart,
man.
Yeah, it would be over anyway. It'll be over anyway. Man. Because once they roll in that full-blown, oh, man, you guys, look at our country now. Wait until we go about 5 more clicks to the worst. Dude, do you know what kind of world that you will live in? Oh, no. Get out there.
Forget about it.
Roll the video. All right, so
we walk away right now and join forces with Donald Trump, and we walk away from that and we explain to our base why we're making this decision. Not easy.
Clearly.
Yeah, not an easy decision.
This is important. This is important. I want to point this out because Kennedy is a old school Democrat, and he believes, he's for abortion, but what he's not for is all this craziness that they're doing.
Nobody's for this shit, man.
His VP, who's a Democrat, and him, who have Democrat views, both think that our country will be in better hands being in Donald Trump.
Oh, absolutely. But I don't get why they don't say this. Listen, base, we're switching to Donald Trump because you don't understand. They're so far left. If they get in power,
we're over.
There won't be any more elections and shit like that.
Because they have to worry about the repercussions that come behind it.
Well, the repercussions, if not.
No, the Dems will spend millions destroying your reputation, your life, everything. And so you have, in their position, they have to be very careful because, hell, man, 2 of his family members already been assassinated.
No, I know. That's, it's.
Don't you think he's got to worry about starting the car up? Forget about it, So everybody out there, this is a little rant. We find little things that really are big deals.
They are.
Because this is a big deal. Capital gains tax, big deal.
There should be less taxes. Let's back up. Let's make sure we tell them this. We need to have people in there that say, yep, this tax is unconstitutional. Yep, this tax needs to go away. And if the government says, well, we don't make enough money, then you go, whoops, well, we're going to have to stop spending like a lot. We're going to have to downsize our whole government, reduce it, reduce the government size. It's too bloated, get it all shrunk back down.
Americans should rather want to work and pay their way than have the government
and our
taking their money and deciding where they go with it. Because
that's what they're doing.
Poor people are getting taxed, and the rich are getting taxed. But I mean, I understand the poor people, it affects more because they make less money, but that's just because of their bad decisions. You know, I mean, I know plenty of people that made bad decisions in their life, man, that are doing well, and it's possible. This is America. People come here from other countries that have no money, no place to live, don't speak English, and become successful. Why can't any American do it?
What they want is everybody just paying the government, and then the government redistributes the money how they see fit. Yeah, but that's called really bad communism right there.
No, you're 100%.
That's what they do. Yes. That's exactly what they do. So everybody will work. Nobody will be able to get rich. Even the rich won't be rich anymore. No. Everybody will all be the same. There will be a few mega rich. That's going to happen because that's their plan. Yeah. But everybody else will work. Your money will all, instead of going into your bank, it goes into the government's bank.
And then what you have left over,
you'll have a card that says, here's how much you're allowed for rent. This is how much you're allowed for food. And then, dude, game over. Yeah. Unless you deny that, reject that completely. See, you know what? We'll grow our own food. We'll cut our regulations. If you tell us we can't grow, we'll grow anyway. We're done with this shit. We're done with all this shit. No more. We're going to abide by the regulations. Like, I mean, there's some regulations that have to be put in place, obviously. But there's way too much. I mean, Elon Musk said it. He said the deregulation has got to start immediately.
Yeah, and he's a Democrat.
The reason because when you have too many regulations, you can't do it anymore.
It's common damn
sense. It's like, you have to pull
a
permit for this. Oh, we got to do that and jump. First of all, there will be so many hoops you got to jump through, you'll never accomplish it. Why? Back in the 1900s, they used to invent something and just start selling it out of your house.
You bought property. You started building a damn house.
Yeah, you started building a house on it.
It's your fucking land.
Yeah, you started putting cows on it.
But now you don't own shit. You have nothing. An illusion. You have an illusion of owning.
Yeah, because if you did, they wouldn't tax you on a house. Try not paying your taxes when you're a foreclosure. You're homeless.
Yep. You worked hard. You paid your property off, and they take it from you.
Property tax should be absolutely illegal.
It's their way of stopping people from having generational wealth.
Yes, generational wealth. You can't pass down nothing.
That's why they
death
want,
tax.
That's why they want
the death tax.
Death tax. That tax. This tax.
That is shitty. We need to overhaul this whole thing.
So what happens is I work really hard, and then I can't leave anything to my kids, so my kids can't take what I have and start building on that. They have to start from the bottom too. But then these kids get out of school and they go to college and they're $200,000-$300,000 in debt. Then they get out, they get their mediocre job that can't barely pay their debt off, and they can't pay their bills because inflation's through the roof. Forget about it.
I'm telling you guys, and I'll tell it again. I always say that again in the comments. We need to really talk about this. We need to see how many people are on like what we're talking about. I don't see
enough pissed off people.
Me either.
You know? Like where are you at?
Yeah. Like why wasn't
there
the
only ones
here? Like here's one thing.
Bunch of fucking.
So they saw those Palestinians, and I get it. They and I get some of this. Some of the Americans don't want to get involved in all that because shit pops off and they get hurt and all that. But look, why wasn't there 100,000 patriots up in Chicago talking about? Be free, USA. All I saw was Palestinian and gay flags,
or flags that say, hey, you don't like this country, leave. Forget about it.
Yeah. So what was up with that? I don't know, man. It's sliding really fast, and I'm really worried about it because once they take power, I don't care if you ain't at night thinking about what happens if they take power. You ain't scared enough.
No, man.
And you better should, because I'm telling you, when there's no food. Man,
I'm talking to a lot of friends.
Man, that food will be a huge deal, man.
They're normally happy and their banks are full and their banks are empty and they're not happy. People are not happy.
They're not.
Where are you at? Get in the comments, share
subscribe.
Our videos, man. Let other people hear us, because what it does is that it lifts people up and it makes people want their voice to be heard because they hear people that think like them. The reason why not enough people like us raise their voices and let it be heard is because not enough of us are speaking up. So get out there. Let people know what's up. Share our video. Comment.
Peace.
Subscribe. Forget about it.
See ya.